Hey, what's going on, Atlanta Falcon fans? This your boy Antoine Smith, Roundtable Sports, man. Bring y'all the hottest sports news, hottest takes, great debates. And y'all can catch me on Roundtable Sports Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with my boy TJ, my boy Clay, and my boy James, Mr. Buckets Nation. But I'm gonna give y'all a draft needs for the Atlanta Falcons, and there's so many ways I can go.
This video is powered by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% sign up bonus. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.
Falcons have number 15 pick this year, and honestly, I could see that number 15 pick going to a couple of players because I think this draft is going to be a lot of surprises. What I mean by that, like every year, man, there are going to be some players slip down the board and fall into favorable spots, and I think right at the middle of the first round at number 15, the Falcons could be the benefactor of that kind of luck this year. But I'm gonna give y'all a couple of prospects. First, I'm gonna give y'all draft needs. It's really no surprise, and y'all probably already know the draft needs, man. Draft needs are to me linebacker, edge, corner, and recently I just added center because Drew Dalman is a free agent, man, and he's going to garner a lot of attention and a lot of money because I'm hearing rumors already. Bears and Patriots are front runners for his services, and honestly, I wouldn't be mad about that because Drew Dalman, man, he honestly he fought his way to that center through the battles with what is it, Matt Hennessy? Yeah, Matt Hennessy. He fought with Matt Hennessy for 2 seasons to get that win, that starting spot, and he earned it. And as I look at guys like Creed Humphrey, who's at cream of the crop, right on the Super Bowl champion, well, former Super Bowl champions, they're playing Super Bowl this week. At the time of this recording, Creed Humphrey's at $20 million, and that's going to be a little too rich for the Atlanta Falcons, who are, I think, 10 million below. 10 million over salary cap, and it's not going to fit in their budget this year, and they're going to have to retool a lot of contracts, probably some cap casualties. That happens every year. Some of your favorite Falcons may not be Falcons in 2025, but hey, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, center is one of those positions. I got the perfect guy to fill in for Dahlman, and I think they're going to actually re-sign Ryan Nuzell. I think that would be a smart option because I just don't think Drew Dahlman will be back with the Atlanta Falcons. But let's get to it, man. Let's get to it right quick. I'm gonna start at linebacker, man, and linebacker is definitely a position of need because as I look at the Falcons depth chart, there's a lot of holes at the linebacker position. Middle linebacker is where I'm gonna go. Um, Troy Anderson, Caden Ellis, who had a career year in Atlanta last year. JD Bertrand, who they drafted in 2024, had a very solid rookie season. Nate Lamont is a free agent. Josh Woods is an unrestricted free agent. And those are your middle linebackers. And one guy that I think can come in and absolutely wreck things is this kid called Jalen Walker, UGA. He's been one of my favorite players in this draft to watch. And I just don't see nothing but Michael Parsons in this kid. And I've said it many times. Y'all can go on my channel and watch it. But you talk about an all-power linebacker with a very explosive first step. He has great vision on the field, great range, sideline to sideline guy. And the Falcons need that kind of toughness on defense because as the guys that I just named, I don't see none of those guys doing that. Now, Caden Ellis, he came on late in the season, ended up with 5 sacks this year. The Falcons need another linebacker that they can use in a multitude of ways, and Jalen Walker could be that guy. Jalen Walker could come in day one, compete for a starting spot over Troy Anderson, over JD Bertrand, because you can use him as an edge, you can use him as a spy. And with mobile quarterbacks in the NFL nowadays, you need a guy with range, you need a guy with speed, a guy with great pursuit. And Jalen Walker does all of that. So if you get this guy at number 15, I think it would be a steal. And honestly, this would be my 1A guy because if he's still there, I would say 12, 13. You got to think about moving up and think about probably losing that fourth round pick if it's only two spots. And with the second round pick, you could probably trade back and regain one of those picks. Falcons only have 5 picks, but if this guy's still lingering around 12, 13, you got to move up to go get him and secure that spot, because I was one of the guys that wanted Micah Parsons, and this could be the redemption type pick with Jalen Walker, because he's so athletic. The next position I'm gonna go is edge, and a guy that's wrecking hell in the senior bowl, having a great off season so far. It's Mr. Mike Green, an edge out of Marshall. You talk about a guy who led FBS in sacks last year, tackle for losses. He's just a wrecking crew. He's not the biggest guy, but you saw the strength, the power, the aggressiveness that he plays with. It's something that the Falcons haven't had at the edge position probably since John Abraham. And he can come in day one, wrecking it. And as I just told you about the Falcons depth chart, they have so many holes. Matthew Judon will not be back, I don't think. I think they would get a compensation pick for that. James Smith-Williams signed a 1-year deal. Braylon Trice was injured last year, so he gets his first year under his belt coming into 2025 if he's recovered from that knee injury. Damone Harris, the veteran, if I'm the Falcons, I try to resign him at a low price. He came in and played with demeanor last year. He gave them a boost. That's one guy they can resign. On the Ebiketie, looks like he finally turned the corner, 6 sacks last year. Lorenzo Carter is a free agent. D'Angelo Malone, he's possibly going to be a cap casual this year, but if they bring him back, I would not be mad, because he finally showed flashes when he got the playing time. But Mike Green could come in and be that game changer that the Falcons have needed at the edge position for God knows how long. So at 6, I think he's 6'4", about 235, 240. He's not the biggest guy, but when you talk about you measure out decent size, decent arms, arm length. You talk about speed to power. He's just that type guy. So Mike Green could also come in and wreck things first week. But
huge shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's show. If you guys go to BetUS, you guys can use a 150% bonus on your first deposit to get a 150% bonus, 125% on your next two. That's up to $2,000. The Super Bowl is here. Chiefs, Eagles, and the early odds is in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs with 1-point favorites, with the money line at -127, and the over-under is at 49. If you want to check out BetUS, you can already bet on the Super Bowl. They have a lot of fun prop bets. You can even bet on the coin toss if you wanted to. Are the Chiefs going to win the coin toss, or are the Eagles going to win the coin toss? And if you stay tuned to BetUS, they always come out with the best Super Bowl prop bets on the entire planet. So definitely go check out BetUS at betus.com.pa and using the promo code YouTube150 when you sign up today.
Another guy to look out for, Will Johnson. Prototypical corner, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's also can come in and start day one. Mike Hughes is a free agent. And I think DeOffer is a free agent as well. Yes, he is. He's a free agent as well. Also, Clark Phillips, who's undersized, plays better in the slot, and I think that's where they're going to use him. Natron Brooks had a strong preseason, but nothing materialized after that. Antonio Hamilton, also free agent. So the Falcons definitely need help at corner, with only 3 corners on signed to 2025. So as I look at it, Will Johnson can come in. This dude, man, he's wrecking things at Michigan. Yeah, he had an injury last year, but he has 9 career interceptions. He's a game changer. He can guard the 1 or the 2. He can guard in the slot. He plays man pressing zone. So Will Johnson is one of those guys that can come in with a multitude of talent and end up being one of the better corners in the league. And you pair him with an AJ Terrell, that will only magnify what he can do as a playmaker. He reminds me a little bit of a Marcus Peters. Love to take chances. Sometimes he gets burned, but it's most of the time he's always around the football. And he had 3 career pick sixes, so he has great vision on the field when it comes to playing defensive back position. Another position that I said we need to look at was the center position. And I'm going to stay in the hometown state again for this one. Mr. Jared Wilson, center, UGA. Talk about a guy 6'3", 310. Very athletic, can get to the second level pretty quickly. He's agile enough to be one of those pulling guards. I'm sorry, pulling center that can he can guard, get to the second level very quick. Um, Exceptional pass blocker, and he pass blocked for Carson Beck, and he did a wonderful job of that. Georgia was a run first team, so he fits the zone blocking scheme that the Falcons do well, and he can come in day one. And these one of these day three picks, I think that could be a steal for the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons always draft good on day three, and I think Jared Wilson, the center of UGA, could be that next guy to be the diamond in the rough for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm gonna give y'all one more pick before I get out of here. That a position that none of us talks about, and it's wide receiver position. Yeah, I know we have Darnell Mooney. I know we have Drake London, but let's be real. Michael Penix can always use weapons. Ray McLeod was on a 1 year deal. We don't know if he's going to come back. I think Cordero Hodge will be back mainly because he's a special teams guy. Rondale Moore possibly could come back, but he was only on a 1 year deal. He suffered that injury and missed most of the season. Tried to come back towards the end, but didn't. Casey Washington, who they drafted in the 6th round last year, he showed flashes, and he ended up being Michael Penix's favorite receiver in that Miami Dolphins game. So there could be a connection there. But I still think the Falcons need help at receiver. And a guy like Ricky White can come in on day three. He's another one of these day three guys I think going to slip through the gaps. So he's about 6'1", about 190, and he has 4.4 speed. He's a vertical guy. He can stretch the field. He also is one of those guys, a good run after the catch. And honestly, that's what Michael Penix, that's what the Falcons need. They need another slot guy. They need another guy that can stretch the field. Drake London, yeah, he's 6'4", about 225, but he's really, to me, not a vertical threat. He's one of those, I would say, possession type guys. Like I said, Ray McLeod, he had an exceptional year. He's mainly a special teams guy, but the way he played last year, he showed other teams that he can be more than just a returner. And also with Ricky White, you can use him in the kick return game with his speed, with his field vision. So Ricky White is one of those guys on day three I think the Falcons could get to open up this offense just a little bit more. Darnell Mooney almost had 1,000 yards, and I think he's going to be exceptional with Michael Penix at quarterback, somebody that can get him the football. So wide receiver to me is not a major need, but I still feel like they could get a steal on day three with this guy. But those are my prospects for the Atlanta Falcons draft needs, and I think these guys could come in, help the Falcons try to right this ship, man. The Falcons finished 89 last year, close to a playoff run, but they still need a lot of help getting to that next level. And I think all of these guys, these exceptional prospects, could do that. But this is Antoine Smith of Roundtable Sports. Like I said, bring y'all the hottest news. Don't forget to catch us every Tuesday, 7 p.m., man, on NFC South Roundtable on YouTube. And you can catch me, Antoine Smith, on YouTube at Smitty Sports Machine, or Antoine Smith on Facebook, and at Fatboy Slim, what you see on the screen right there on Twitter. But thank y'all for y'all time, man. I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.
This video is powered by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% sign-up bonus. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.